This week's Moment of Science is sponsored by Charleston County Parks.
The red-cockaded woodpecker is the only woodpecker known to build their nest inside the cavities they dig out of living trees, most commonly old longleaf pines. They were once common in the southeast, but over time their numbers dwindled as many mature pine forests were cut down. By 1970, there were fewer than 10,000 of them left. Once listed as endangered in 1973, federal timber practices changed, and populations began to slowly rise inside designated recovery areas, one of which, the Francis Marion National Forest. In fact, the Francis Marion had the second largest population of these birds in the United States. The red-cockaded woodpecker was on track to recovery until 1989. Hugo. While many areas in Charleston were hit hard that night, the forest bore the brunt of the storm's wrath, leaving an unimaginable scene of destruction.
The forest supervisor flew over the National Forest. It's very emotional. He just said, "Craig, it's all blown down. It's blown down. It's gone." And those that weren't down were twisted or broken. But in one night, we lost 87% of the cavity trees and lost 63% of the individual birds themselves.
While many younger trees survived Hugo, it would take decades for them to be suitable homes.
Without any kind of intervention, you were looking at probably 30 to 40 years before we could see any kind of increase in the population of red-cockaded woodpeckers here.
Amid the devastation, innovation.
And all of a sudden, we had this opportunity to try this grand experiment of installing artificial cavity trees into much younger pine trees that would mimic essentially the natural cavity of a red-cockaded woodpecker. It had never been tested before.
And it worked. Today there are nearly 3,000 artificial cavities inside the forest, all homes for these birds which have returned to pre-Hugo recovery levels. This technology has spread across the southeast. Once a grand experiment, now a proven tool to create more habitats for this bird, which may soon be delisted from endangered to threatened. For this week's Moment of Science, I'm Storm Team 2 meteorologist David Dixon.